Hey guys, it's Jarek there, Dragon from RDA. Got another review today. This is of a gun that I've actually been wanting to make a review of for quite a while, but for some reason I never really picked up until now. And as you guys can see, this is of one of the ICS Sigs. I chose the 5.52 model because it's the more common model. It's the model everyone seems to like more, including myself. And it's also the most versatile model, whereas one of them you can only take in woodland. The 5.52 you can take pretty much anywhere, CQB or woodland. It's a very compact gun, yet it's still very accurate. So let's go ahead with the review. The box is overall a very flashy box, just like most ICS's boxes. Note, it does say Cyber Gun license, so there is a lot of nice licenses on here, and it didn't raise the price all that much. It's actually cheaper than I would have assumed it would be. If you want to check out the price, there's a link down below in the video information to RDA's website where you can also buy it. So clicking on that would be faster than leaving a comment asking for the price. This gun comes with an instruction manual in DVD form and a regular instruction manual. This instruction manual has absolutely no Chinglish at all. It's overall a pretty nice instruction manual. Comes with a standard unjamming rod. ICS is nice enough to include about 5,000 or so 0.2 gram BBs. And these are nice quality, they're ICS, so go ahead and use them all you want. I would recommend you get heavier gram BBs though, because this gun shoots about 380 to 400 feet per second. Comes with your annoying orange cap. And then you get the gun, and courtesy of ICS, not one magazine, but two magazines. And these are 470 round high capacity magazines that are also see-through, so you can see how many rounds you have left. Well, so let me go ahead and get rid of this box here. Alright, there we go. Now that the box is out of the way, let me go ahead and show you something else about these mags. They are standard Sig magazines. Like I said, they hold 470 rounds, but they are TM compatible. And they are also stackable, which, by the way, Sig mags stack the opposite way of G36 mags, so if you're trying to take these apart by pulling it this way, don't force them, otherwise you'll break them. They go the opposite direction. Like that. Personally, myself, I think I like the look with just one magazine, but while you're in-game, looks don't really matter. Performance matters. But this is what it looks like when you have two mags stacked together, and it also makes reloading a lot faster. That's the point of stackable mags. Eject one, put the other one out, instead of getting one out of your magazine and loading it up. So, this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this magazine away for the rest of the review. Alright, so let's talk about the external quality of this gun. The external quality in typical ICS fashion is very, very good. The plastic pieces are very high quality polymer. There's no reason to even worry about these breaking. Both the foregrip and stock is polymer. The stock has a little piece of rubber on the back of it that feels pretty nice on your shoulder. And everything else is, and the grip is also polymer. Everything else is metal, and it's very high quality metal, and it's also lightweight. So, like I mentioned, this gun is very compact, especially if you fold the stock. If you wanted to take this into CQB, no problem whatsoever, but ICS also added to this being compact by making it very light, yet still very sturdy. So, thumbs up to ICS for doing that. Now, not only is the externals very solid, they're actually painted very nicely as well. The paint doesn't look too low quality. It has that standard Sig gray kind of look to it, and it looks very, very nice. Something else about the metal I forgot to mention, on the bottom, this has a absolutely ridiculous heatsink that will show later on in the review. But this is awesome. This means your motor is going to stay very, very cool. It's not going to warm up or overheat or any of that problem. And speaking of the motor, this has an ICS Turbo 3000 motor in it. So the rate of fire is pretty good. Like I mentioned, this gun's shooting about 380 to 400 feet per second, and with a 9.6, this gun is shooting about 900 rounds a minute. Internally, this is your standard version 3 gearbox. The whole gun is 100% Tokimura compatible, so no need to worry about trying to find ICS only parts. This gun is TM compatible. Like I mentioned earlier, this gun does have trademarks on it. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and show you those trademarks. Here you go, here's some of the trademarks on this side. It says registered for law enforcement / government use and or export only. While I'm on this side, I might as well show you the bolt, which is something that only the G&G and ICS has. To be frank, the ICS is a little bit higher quality than the G&G, so that's why I picked up this one. But the bolts, instead of going back only just a little bit, the bolt actually goes back all the way and has a working bolt catch. Now, I absolutely love this because for me, it's a giant pet peeve when the bolt only goes back a centimeter or an inch just to show the hop-up unit. Personally, that bugs the hell out of me because that wouldn't even chamber a 22. What I want to see is the bolt go all the way back just like this for extra realism. While I'm doing this, I might as well show you the hop-up unit, which again, the hop-up unit is very, very nice. It's closest to a G3 hop-up unit. You just turn that. This gun is very accurate. At 150 feet, you're easily able to hit a headshot target. Furthest ranges, I'd probably say into the 200 feet range, which is, again, very, very nice. Nice range. To release the bolt, you push this bolt catch, which is right here. You just push that down like your standard M4. Let me go ahead and show you that. And it makes a very nice, loud, metallic clunk to it. Now holding down the bolt catch to show you that again. So that's something I like about the ICS. Now let's flip back over to this side and show you the other trademarks, which this side has lots and lots of trademarks. On this side it says Sig Arms Incorporated, made in Switzerland, caliber .223 Remington, which I kind of like how it says .223 instead of .556. Which are essentially the same. One's just a military version. There are some differences in it, and I know in the comments below people are going to go into the specifics between the two, but in short, they're practically the same thing. And then it says Sig 552 Commando. So lots of trademarks all over it. There's also one more I forgot to mention. It just has the Sig logo right there, which is kind of the cross-looking logo. Something else, there's one more trademark on the magazine. It says SG, kind of a Sig logo there, and on this side of it shows more Sig logos right by the bottom. Now while I'm zoomed up, I might as well also show you the heatsink I was talking about. As you guys can see, giant heatsink right here. This is great. Again, it keeps your motor cool. It'll keep the heat down by this and help put it out away from the gun instead of keeping it in the motor and overheating it. While I'm zoomed in, I'll go ahead and show you the sights as well. The sights are very nice sights. They're your standard barrel and drum sights, but they do have white paint on them. Say lots of little different markings that gives you that extra look. Twist nice and easy. It's not a pain to twist it. Many different apertures of which you can change. Alright, so I zoom back out. Now, as you guys saw earlier, I folded the stock. Folding the stock is very easy, just like any other folding stock. You just push a button on this side, and it folds over. And then it'll snap in place on this little piece right here. This piece is very solid, so don't worry about it breaking off. And there you go. Again, this is a very compact gun. So if you wanted to lower the feet per second, say if your field only allows 330 to 350 feet per second for CQB, you'll have to lower the spring since this thing is almost shooting 400. It's made more for woodland when it comes to the velocity, but a simple spring change will solve that problem. But again, very compact. This is your standard submachine gun size. If you want to pull the stock off, you just pull the stock off. It requires a little bit of force, like that, and then to click it back in place, you just snap it in place and it's solidly there and not moving. Moving to the front, unlike the other SIGs, this has 3 different rails on it instead of just like 1 or 2. There's one rail on this side, there's a rail on the bottom, and then there's a rail on this side, and these rails are metal. Up to the front here, this is a 14mm negative thread. The one it comes with is plastic, but you're probably going to be changing this one out anyway, so that doesn't matter too much. The selector switch is an ambidextrous selector switch. It's on both sides, as you can see. So it's very convenient. And then moving down to the trigger guard, which is pretty awesome. The trigger guard, say if you're wearing gloves that are a little bit fatter, you can push it out of the way, and then there will be nothing protecting the trigger, but also your finger will be able to fit there. And it goes on both sides, say if you're left or right-handed, so it won't be in the way. While we're over here, I'll show you the mag release. It's a simple mag release, just like your standard AK. Push it, mag comes out, and then you put the front part of the mag in and click it in place. Alright, so now I've covered everything on this gun I can cover. So if you guys want to buy this gun, again, there's a link down below to RDA's website. There's also a link down below to RDA's forum where you can talk to the community. So that has been Red Dragon Airsoft's review of the ICS Sig 552.